What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Double G Gaming and welcome to NBA 2K18 My League mode. Yes, this is my league because my GM has way too many cutscenes and I'm not looking forward to skipping all of those. So I just went ahead and kept the trade system normal and the salary cap and all that will still be on to make this as realistic as possible. So if you haven't noticed, we are playing as the Minnesota Timberwolves, and here is our roster. We have Jeff Teague, Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Taj Gibson, and Karl Anthony Towns as our starting five, which I think is a pretty good starting five, with the exception of Taj Gibson, who's declined. Then we have Jamal Crawford, 6-man, Gorgie Dang, Shabazz Muhammad, Aaron Brooks, and Tyus Jones as our other 4 backups. And then I'm doing a 10-man lineup, so we have Jellica, Aldridge, Patton, and all those other guys sitting on the bench and as our reserves. And kind of like in Madden, if we lose 41 before we win 41, I'm gonna sim to the end of the season. But this team is a lot better than the New York Jets, so who knows? Maybe we will make the playoffs and maybe be a high-ranked seed. Let me get into this game, and I will explain more of how this series will go later on in the video. And as we get started, go ahead and click the subscribe button and follow me on Twitter at WG. The link will be in the description. Please go ahead and click that for any updates on Madden or WWE 2K and even NBA. I will be posting when Madden is coming back, so if you're a Madden fan, go over to Twitter and follow me there so you can find out when I'm coming back. So here we go. This is not the first game of the season, by the way. It said earlier how many games we were. I think this is the 1st of November, somewhere around there. We're playing against the Hornets, and we are with our lime green shirts. These new jerseys are pretty awesome. Now, I'm not saying the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are kind of disgusting looking. As Taj Gibson gets into the paint and scores the first point of the game. I went ahead and switched up the sliders and the time and all that within the quarters. Because I am going to be simulating most of the games, so I had to do like sim stats to normal stats or whatever the hell those options are. So you will be seeing me switch up. Like some game modes I will be scoring a lot, and then some I will be scoring nothing. But that is just because I'm playing with the sliders a little bit, and also with the time in it, the minute per quarters. So now we're up 4 points against the Charlotte Hornets, and they get it to Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, who's still on the team, who's still in the league. Remember when he went number 2 after Anthony Davis? Who would have thought that he would still be in the league? Actually, people were like, maybe we should draft MKG instead of Anthony Davis, as Tyus Jones, my project, is still here with us. That was a surprise when I looked at the roster. I was like, oh look, Tyus Jones. Remember from the Houston Rockets? I wanted him to be on my like a rebuilding process for me. Well, I didn't have to trade for him this time. He was already on the team. So now we're tied up. 4 seconds left in the quarter, and we are gonna inbound the ball. Here is Jellica, I think. Is that how you pronounce his name? Doesn't matter. Tyus Jones. He gets it off to Tyus Jones for 2 points right before the half ends, and now the Hornets have the ball back in the second quarter. 14-12, we're in the lead. Oh, who's that? Cody Zeller sets a screen for MKG, and he gets to the rack for a bucket and to tie the game back up 14 apiece. And now Crawford, 6th man of the year, so many times, gets it off to Jellica, who is gonna get it inside and 1 on the plate. Gets us the lead up to 2. And now midway through the second quarter, 24-16, we're up by 8, and the Hornets shoot a 3, and they're gonna hit it. There was nobody defending that guy, and he is gonna make us pay. 19-24 now. Jeff Teague brings the ball up. Now the Hornets have the ball, but Karl Anthony Towns is playing defense really well this season. He has so many. I think he has like 16 rebounds on the year per game, which is pretty good. So he's a rim protector. And then we get the ball to somebody. I think it was Andrew Wiggins. And he gets us the point. Jimmy Butler running it up the court. And he's going to go in for the slam dunk. And he dunked all over Dwight Howard, who is just going to get posterized. And now Something that I did last year. If we were up by 10, I wouldn't show any part of the gameplay. But now I'm just gonna show everything leading up to when we started being up by 10. So here you see we're up 34 to 21. So I'm gonna simulate until and if our opponents can come back to within 5. If not, we're just gonna keep simulating until the end of the game. So back to what I was saying about this series. I'm only gonna be playing against my division, which is the Northwest. Teams include the Thunder and Blazers, but I think our team is stacked enough to take those guys. And also the Jazz and Nuggets are there too. You're gonna see a game against the Jazz in this video as well. Besides that, I won't be playing any games against any Western teams, so that when I face one of them in the playoffs, it'll be the first time like during that season that I play them, unless it's one of the guys in my division. But with that being said, I will be playing every Eastern team at least once. Actually, just once. I don't know why I said at least. I'm only gonna be playing them once. So if we don't lose 41 games before winning 41, you will see a total of 19 games played in this series. So what is that? That's about 5 gameplays. If you do 20 divided by 2, or fuck, what? No, hold on. 20 divided by 2. Oh, you're gonna see like 10 gameplays. Holy shit! I didn't even think about that. Hopefully it'll be less, or maybe I'll try to squeeze more than 2 games into each video. I'll try to show you the standings and stats at the end of each game as well. So kind of like I'll try to do that for Madden as well, because I always forget what our record is. And the lineup at the beginning of each video. So kind of like earlier you saw that our lineup, how it is, like the minutes that each player is getting. I'll try to show you that as well. So we're gonna skip ahead to whenever the Hornets come back, or if we just beat them by 10 or more. So I will be back when the next game starts. Alright, so we destroyed that team 55-70, so we get our first win of the year as me playing them. We are playing against the Utah Jazz. Rudy Gobert, 18 points, 2 blocks on the season. And there you see Karl Anthony Towns with 17 rebounds on a game per year. Wait, hold on. Karl Anthony Towns has 17 rebounds a game this year. There we go. We're playing against the Utah Jazz, who have a record of 7-6. We have a record of 6-6. So it's not that bad, but it's not that good. Well, we can do better, I think. we're just getting the feel for our team. Our team chemistry is probably not that high since this is kind of a newly put together team. Jeff T came in, Taj Gibson came in from last year. Carl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins are rookies. Jimmy Butler obviously coming in this year, so they have some growing pains to get through, but I think we can do it. Now Jeff Teague has the ball. I increased the minute quarters in this gameplay. As you see, there's 7 minutes instead of 6. Carl Anthony Towns in the paint. Who's going to get it in for the first point of the game? Carl Anthony Towns might win the MVP this year if he can increase his scoring. Because, what was it, like 20? Yeah, I don't know. If he can get it like to 25 to 30 points, and then however many rebounds he can get, I think he can become an MVP type player. I mean, I think he's already an MVP type player. So now 2-2, 5 minutes 56 seconds. Carl Anthony Towns shoots that mid-range jumper, and he's put it in for his 4th points of the game. Is that how you say it? His 4th points, or his 2nd bucket, something like that. So now we're up 10-4 early in the game. Early in this first quarter, we're already up by 6 points, but they get a bucket and they're going to bring it to within 4. And now we have the ball once again tied up 12-12. Tyus Jones has the ball with 12 seconds left to end the quarter. Let's see what he can do here. He gets it off to Shabazz Muhammad. He's within 3 people that were there, but he still shoots that jumper and he makes it. Shabazz Muhammad really surprised me with his stats that he has. Maybe I'll show them later. If not, he has like 9 points on the season. I think he's the 7th man on the team in the rotation. Now Gorgie Dang gets goaltending on. Who is this ugly ass mall? I'll just keep it to myself. So now we're still up by 3 though. Tyus Jones has the ball. He's gonna get a Crawford, our 6th man of the year. Who's gonna lay it in? He gets around the defenders and he's gonna increase our lead to 5. Second quarter, 5 minutes left. We're still up by 5, and here we go. The Jazz have the ball. Who missed that? But Ekpe Udo is gonna get the rebound and he's gonna put it back in. Now he's gonna bring him to within 3. All right, so Carl Anthony Towns is not in. We have 2. I think are they 2 native African-born players, Ekpe Udo and Gorgie Dang? I'm not sure. But Shabazz Muhammad gets the call one more time, and he's going to sink that turnaround jumper. And we are up by 2 only now. Or 3 now. We probably made a field goal or a free throw. Oh no, Carl Anthony Towns, what are you doing? He allows Rudy Gobert, who was on our Cleveland Cavaliers team from last year, remember? When we traded for him? This brings back a lot of memories. That is still one of our most watched videos on our channel, that Cleveland Cavaliers GM mode. I should probably bring that back. Hopefully this does just as well. And now Jimmy Butler gets that shot to tie up the ball game. Now we're in the 3rd quarter, 35-27. We're up by a good amount. Jimmy Butler lays it in. He's going to take us to 10 points. So remember what happens when we get to 10 points. We're going to go ahead and simulate the rest of this. But what I didn't do in the first game that I thought of doing in the second game, I'll just do it in the Simcast thing, because it's a lot faster than simulating that whole entire thing, just looking at that little box score thing. As you see, it is going a lot faster. We're up by 12 points, and it doesn't look like they're gonna be coming to within 5, so we're probably gonna be advancing to the end of the game. So it was a good couple of games here that we played, and it was a good start to our first game of our first video of the series. You know, last time I think we won our first 2 games and then we lost because I kept fidgeting around with the sliders that I couldn't get. But I think this year I got the sliders right. The gameplay is still a little wonky. You don't feel like you have control of the player himself. I had to turn down, as you see, some of the league leaders in the stats there. Carl Anthony Towns 16. He has 19 points, 16 rebounds. If he can get that up to like 23-ish, I'll even say, he can become an MVP type player. Jeff Teague is in the top 10 for assists from our team. What was I saying earlier? Like 2 seconds ago? Carl Anthony Towns is in the top 5 of blocks. And then you have the field goal percentage leaders. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Bro, what was I saying like 2 seconds ago? Literally, I had a thought in my head and I forgot. Here's the rookie report. Also, I want to keep this here because let's say these guys become free agents in years to come. I want to have this as a reference point so I can be like, oh, they were good rookies. Maybe they're still good. I'll draft them or I'll bring them onto the team. Hopefully, we play through multiple seasons. Since I'm starting earlier than I did last year. Remember last year I started in January, went through July. This year I'm starting in October, going all the way to July 4th of next year. So hopefully we'll play more than one season. I can't think of what I was saying earlier. That thought that just escaped my mind. As you see the standings, we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We were in 9th place, looking into the playoff seeds or looking into the playoffs. But it's still early in the season, so I think we can bring that up. So next video, I have no idea who we're playing, but it's probably going to be another Eastern team and maybe another division team. So, but until then, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter. With that being said, hope you enjoyed. See you about. Let's later.